Hi and welcome to a new video in the class mechanics series. In this video I want to talk about the Mesmer class and the mechanics for each elite spec. Let's start with the base class. Mesmer is complicated. The leveling experience is acceptable, it really shines at level 80. The main mechanic for the Mesmer are the clones and shatters. All weapon kits have at least a skill that spawns clones or phantasms. A phantasm is an illusion that does an attack and then turns into a clone. You also have a defense mechanic with distortion. This makes you invulnerable for a certain amount of time depending on how many clones you have up. You also count as a clone in this calculation. Like always, my recommendation while leveling is to use the gear that you drop from killing mobs and not worry about the stats or buying gear from the trading post. When you reach level 80, you can get cheap exotic gear from the trading post. I recommend Zed's armor. Just switch the runes to something like Runes of Strength or Eagle. As for the build, I recommend this one after you reach level 80. We can move on to Chronomancer. This is the boon support elite spec for Mesmer, as you can provide alacrity and quickness depending on your build. It used to be a high DPS spec too, but was nerfed a few balance patches ago. The new mechanic for this elite spec compared to the base class is that you gain a new special skill with Continuum Split, where all the skills you use while in the split, including your position, are reset when exiting. The duration depends on the amount of clones summoned, but if you want you can leave it early. Keep in mind that this can make the spec a bit more complicated than the base class. You also gain access to using a shield. The build that I use for the class is on the screen. I use this spec as a quickness DPS role only, as I never had the talent to do the DPS it can actually do. The next elite spec is Mirage, and you need Path of Fire for it. This elite spec can be a reliable alacrity provider or a full DPS spec. The new mechanic for this spec is that when you dodge, you gain Mirage Cloak, which turns your first skill into a more powerful version for a short time, but you do not have to actually dodge. You just stay in place and become invulnerable, so keep that in mind when fighting certain bosses. You are also able to wield an axe, but unlike most of Mesmer's weapons, this one is not ranged. I thought it was for some time before realizing why my damage was so low. I will put on the screen the DPS variant. You can also switch to the staff build with a bit of boon duration and become an alacrity provider. And now, the latest elite spec is the Virtuoso, which was released with End of Dragons. This is a pure DPS spec, which is good as either power or condition DPS. The new mechanic for this spec is that your clones become swords and you do not need to be in combat to spawn them, which is awesome. This simplifies the class quite a bit and is very good for new people to Mesmer. You also gain access to using a dagger. I'm using the condition damage variant that you can see on the screen now. In conclusion, Mesmer is a very good class with plenty of options to play. It takes a bit of getting used to, but if you start with Virtuoso, it will be a bit easier to get into the other two specs. For me, it took 8 years to look at the Mesmer class and actually level it. But if you want something that isn't that simple and with a unique mechanic, or maybe you want to feel like Naruto, then this is the class for you. But keep in mind that there will be lots of purples and pink when playing it. If you want to see more content like this, please let me know in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed the video, please click the like and subscribe buttons.